Imagine a war so profitable that one man could fund an entire empire from it. No taxes, no trade, just one victory and enough gold to buy the loyalty of nations. That man was Alexander of Macedon, the boy king who became the Great. But behind his glory lies a secret few talk about. He wasn't just a conqueror, he was the world's first financial genius of war. And his greatest income came from a single battle that changed history forever. Before he became the Great, Alexander was broke. His father, Philip II, had built a powerful army but left behind heavy debts. The treasury was nearly empty. When Alexander took the throne at just 20, he didn't inherit wealth. He inherited responsibility. The richest empire on if he wanted to conquer Persia Earth. He'd need to fund a war far beyond Macedon's means. So Alexander created a simple but deadly strategy. Each war must pay for the next one. And that's exactly what he did. Every city he captured, he looted its treasury. Every enemy he defeated, he sold their gold, and sometimes their people to fund the next march. Step by step, war became his economy. But nothing prepared him for what came next. The Battle of Gaugamela. 331 BCE. On the plains near Gaugamela, two worlds collided. King Darius III, with hundreds of thousands of Persian troops, and Alexander, with barely half their number but 10 times the will. When the dust settled, Persia's armies were shattered. Darius fled, and Alexander walked into Babylon, Susa, and Persepolis, the beating financial heart of the Persian Empire. What he found there was staggering. Historians estimate he captured over 200,000 talents of gold and silver, more than 5,000 tons of precious metal. That's the ancient world's equivalent of billions today. In one war, one victory man alive. Alexander became the richest. He didn't just take a throne. He took an entire civilization's fortune. He paid his soldiers double, ensuring unshakable loyalty. He minted new coins bearing his face, spreading his image from Greece to Egypt to India. He bribed rival kings into surrender without bloodshed. And he built cities, dozens of them symbols of eternal rule. Named Alexandria. For a while, it worked. Money became his greatest weapon. Every coin minted was a message. The world belongs to me. But power, like gold, comes with a price. The further Alexander went east, the thinner his fortune stretched. India drained his treasury faster than he could fill it. He faced jungles, floods, and revolts. The soldiers who once cheered his wealth now whispered of exhaustion, and corruption began to rot his empire from within. His treasurer, Harpalus, stole millions and fled. Satraps ruled their provinces like kings, hoarding wealth instead of sending it to the throne. Alexander had built an empire fueled by endless conquest. But when the wars stopped, so did the money. The machine that once printed gold began to eat itself. When Alexander died at just 32, his body hadn't yet cooled before his generals turned on each other. They weren't fighting for ideals. They were fighting for gold. The empire shattered into fragments, each piece clutching for treasure that could no longer hold them together. In the end, Alexander's wealth bought him everything, except peace.